Hello everybody, all you good people of the world. My name is Crys'Dawna. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hit the subscribe button. If you're not new here, welcome back, friends and family. So today I'm going to be painting this secretary desk for one of my really good friends. She lives up in the Netherlands and we have been stationed together multiple times, and this will be the last time that we will live close to each other. And so I get to make her a piece of furniture or paint her a piece of furniture so that she can take it home with her. So another thing is that I have a brand new paint line with Daydream Apothecary paints, and it's called the Free Spirit line, which I am super, super proud of. And I am going to be using a couple colors today. So one color I will be using, and these are so new that they don't even have the label. I'm going to be using the color Aura just for a little tiny bit of shading, but the main bulk of this piece, she wants a blush color, which was perfect for this color, Nirvana. Now I know some people had said that they were a little bit surprised by my colors because some of them were muted, but when you're picking a color palette, although I want them all to be super bright, it is smart to have bright, mid, and lighter tones, and so that way the palette goes together a little bit more nice. You can mix them, you can blend them. So that was the premise behind doing the different shades and tones of that. Now also, there is a decoupage paper. There is a decoupage paper by Redesign with Prima that she picked out, and because she's in Holland, she really likes these tulips that are on here. So you can see the tulips. And then the top of this, she said it felt like it was Dutch tile. So this decoupage paper, tissue paper, is called Fuschia, and it's by Redesign with Prima. So I think I'm going to put this on the side of this piece and try to implement that and see where it goes. So if you guys want to see that, stay here. I know I show you guys this step all the time, but it's super important. So what I did is I cleaned this piece really well, and you can see on the rag how dirty it is. So I had to go through a few times and clean this. And then finally the last time, because the cleaner was dripping on the floor and it was a brown color, I knew I was probably going to need to put a blocking primer on here because I'm going to be using a lighter color. So you can see how dirty that is. So I went through one more time with the Scotch Brite pad and I scrubbed it and cleaned it, and the water was still super dirty. So I cleaned it as much as I could to where the water wasn't as dirty. And then I went through with Pure Eco's Base and Blocker Gray Primer, and I primed this entire piece. So that way I knew I was not going to have any problems with bleed through or tannins. Once my primer was on and it was dry, I did the bottom, I flipped it on the back so that I could start from the bottom and work my way up. And my idea is to do a darker color up into a light. And so I am using my new color called Aura, which is a magenta by Daydream Apothecary. And I'm going to do 2 coats of that first, and then I'm going to flip it, and then we're going to do the color Nirvana on the rest of the body, which is a blush pink color. Once I was done putting down 2 coats of each color, I am going to decoupage the sides. So I'm using Redesign with Prima's Decoupage Gel in Matte, and I'm not going to bother blending the sides because that paper is going to cover it anyway, so that's just going to be a waste of time. So what I did is I laid down a layer of the decoupage medium, and then I took the paper, and I had previously cut it to fit exactly that spot, and I am going to carefully lay it down. So this paper is very sturdy, so you can actually pull it up. If you don't put it down in the right place, you'll be able to pull it up without ripping it. but I'm going to lay it down in the exact spot that I want it, and I'm going to carefully just work the paper so that I can smooth it out with my hands. And I'm also going to smooth it out with a brush, and then I'm going to mist it with water to kind of activate that decoupage medium underneath to come through the paper and help to make it more sturdy and help make it stick a little bit more. And then I'm also going to put the decoupage medium, I'm going to brush it on top of this paper as well. Once I was done with the first sheet and I had placed the decoupage medium on there, I went ahead with the second sheet and I lined it up perfectly so that way you wouldn't be able to tell that they were two different sheets. And then anywhere that I needed to trim, I used a utility knife and carefully trimmed the excess to make sure that everything fit perfectly. One of the easiest ways to blend two colors is to combine a color with the two colors to use in between. And so I'm going to take Aura and I'm going to take Nirvana and I'm going to make a mixture of those two, so that way it can be my color in between the actual Aura and Nirvana, so that way when we blend, it actually blends a lot easier. This is a clay and chalk based paint, so it's going to blend really nice, but you see how at the bottom I had put the Aura on there and then above it was the Nirvana. So now I'm just taking that color that I mixed and I'm just going to add that to that transition line between those two colors, so that way we can incorporate that in our blending. And I'm also just going to go over the top with Nirvana to kind of just start a light little blend. We are going to focus on the blend now. So I'm taking a mister bottle and I'm going to mist the surface, and I am going to take my paintbrush. So I have a paintbrush for each color, and this is Aura, and I'm just going over it again on the very bottom. And then what I'm going to do is take that middle color that we mixed and I'm going to add that above the Aura, and I'm going to mist it a little bit, and we're going to start kind of working those two colors together. And I'm just going to lightly go down into the Aura a little bit and then mist it. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to create a seamless blend with this mix here. So I'm just kind of overlapping where that Aura is and pushing it up into the Nirvana a little bit. I will toggle between those two colors, so I'm going to mist it and then go back over it with the Aura so that we can kind of work those two colors together. And then once I'm happy with where it's at, I am going to move up to the Nirvana and I'm going to start toggling that between. So we're going to add a little bit of the Nirvana, go down into that mix, and we're going to just work these colors together. This paint blends really, really easily, so you don't need to overwork it. But what we're going to do is I'm at a happy point right here, so I'm going to take a clean, dry, neutral brush, I'm going to mist it, and then I'm going to work it all together. And this is going to be my final blend, which is going to kind of smooth everything and make it all look like it's cohesive. Because purples are known to take over, what I'm going to do is mist the areas with Nirvana that I've pushed that purple up to, and I'm just going to blend those a little bit better so that we don't have any harsh lines with the purple. And this is going to create kind of a shadow of purple going up the side of this piece, and it's just going to make everything look really nice. Once I'm completely done and everything's dry, I am going to seal this with Dream Coat. This paint does need to be sealed. I love this sealer because it is super user friendly and you only need a little bit. So I'm just putting thin layers on here and just gently brushing it on. And then once that's dry, I'm going to take Redesign with Prima's Decor wax in Eternal, which is a gold. And I'm just going to lightly go over those areas where there is ornate pieces to kind of just bring everything together. Okay, everybody, I'm over here so that you can see this piece. This piece is done, this video is done. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's pan over so you can kind of see the side. Okay, so we did the side and then we did the blending on the front and this piece is done. Let me get a little bit closer. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Everything I used will be in the description below, and these colors, these brand new colors, are available now for pre-order at your local Daydream stockist. So I hope you guys have an amazing day, have a great weekend, and I will see you guys next time. Happy creating. Bye.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in